From the stadium that hosted Super Bowl 48 back in 2014, there's a look at MetLife Stadium here in East Rutherford. A few minutes ago, the hometown Jets were introduced to this sellout crowd, and it's a roar that could be heard across the river in Manhattan. They're set to go as their Jets will match up with the Cleveland Browns. Two teams here fresh off Week 1 victories. Who can keep it going as we're underway on EA Sports? This is fielded a couple yards deep.
Let's go. Hey, we got Mike, number 53.
And now whistles and a flag, and I think we got a jump here. So 5 yards there as one of the big guys up front moved.
And in a 4-3 front, you got the two defensive tackles right near the football. I know there's a lot of movement around there, but they're always taught to have one eye on the football. Apparently, that didn't happen.
So this helps to start a drive. After the penalty, it'll be 1st and 5.
Hey, motion backfield.
From the shotgun, it's a give to Bell. And some room to work. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. That one good for 37 yards. And now a timeout called defensively by the Browns. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. A first carry here for Ty Montgomery. Add this game to the last one, and they moved the ball over 50 yards in 2 plays. Well, one unit I know you want to watch is that offensive line. If they keep clearing holes like that, it could be a long night defensively.
No doubt about it, because when they are in sync, as we're seeing so far, when that continuity is there, and you can see that they're playing off of each other while controlling the defensive front linebackers, you're exactly right. It could be a very long night for the defense because someone's going to run for some big yardage.
Now a throw to the end zone on 1st down, but it winds up incomplete. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10.
Check 24.
Out of the shotgun, it's Bell. And he'll take this down for about 4 yards, down to the 15.
Well, I think that's what they're going to need to do here in the first half. You've got to take some pressure off of this young quarterback, and no better way to do it than to establish the running game early.
We're going to start. Hey, we got Mike, number 53. Mike, 53. Cut. We want it. Come on.
Anderson loses the football. And this is picked up by the Browns. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. So the defense there, opportunistic.
It's nice to give them credit, isn't it? Because so many times it's more a matter of what the offensive guy didn't do. He didn't secure the ball, didn't cover up. In this case, let's just give credit to where it belongs. Knocked it free, made a big play.
53 is the mark. Let's go, team. It's going to be a long day. Regular.
Now the 3rd leading rusher among rookies last year, it's Nick Chubb. And that won't buy him much room. Just a 1-yard gain to the 5.
That first down play, all you want to do is wedge out any type of space and try and create enough room. If you have to run the punter out there, he can successfully complete the punt.
Yeah, didn't get a ton there, but at least some positive yardage.
Check 53. Man, I got you. Man, I got you. Let's go.
Back near his goal line. Here's Mayfield. And this is incomplete. He was looking to get it to Jarvis Landry that time. And it's third down.
I think he's a little trigger happy right there, and it turned into an ill-advised throw into their zone.
Well, we know he has confidence. He'll throw it any place, anytime, anywhere. That time it fell incomplete. Facing the prospect of a punt from their own end zone, they need some cushion. Let's see what they can do on third down.
Hey, let's go.
Working out of the gun, Mayfield. He's got his tight end, David Njoku. And all the way to the 25 before he's hit and dropped.
Here we go.
A big third down pickup of 20 yards.
First down.
Check. 180. Check 53 is mine. You can't block me. 53 is mine.
Mayfield now looking to throw on first down. They'll tussle for it, and this is going to be caught.
Let's go. Let's go.
A really good pickup of 28 yards.
Press coverage on the outside, and for defenders, that's the ultimate risk-reward. If you take the risk, can you reward yourself by keeping them on the line of scrimmage? But no, not on that one. Got the step on him. Now it's just a matter of laying the ball out there for him to go get it.
Get off the field. Hey, alert, 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 alert.
On first down, they'll run with Chubb. And that play will go nowhere. Losing yardage back near midfield at the 49. This will be a 2-yard loss on the play. And it'll be 2nd and 12.
Second and 12 at the Jets' 49-yard line.
180. 53. Exit, exit. Let's go, let's go. Hey, we got Mike. Alert, 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 alert.
Here's Mayfield. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Tremaine Johnson. And his guys are going to take over at the 34-yard line.
And, Brandon, this is a real nice job defensively of getting inside a quarterback's head and figuring out, okay, where's he going with the football? Because you can make an educated guess defensively, not all the time, but sometimes. And when you're right, you've got a decent chance of coming away with the football.
Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
180, 26, 5. That's it. 58, right over there, yeah. Mike, 58, right there.
From the 36, Darnold. And he's just going to get rid of this thing. To no one here. He throws it away, and now it's 3rd. And this pass defense, they were sensational in the win last week, and they're looking good here so far in this first quarter.
You know, we often talk about how offenses get locked in, and that runs over multiple games where they're really, you know, in that zone. Defenses can be the exact same way, and I think we're seeing an example of it here.
It's caught by Herndon. And all the way down to the 22-yard line. Big yardage that time for the Jets. 42 yards.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 22-yard line.
So the big play gets them all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. A give to Bell. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. What a difference a play makes. A huge step forward and now a small step back as he loses a yard or two.
Hey, Steve 6.
On 2nd and 11 now. Darnold. That is caught at the 7. And they will eventually get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3. That one a gain of 20 and a first down. They'll try and run it in with Bell. And he He's into the end zone. Touchdown, Jets. Le'Veon Bell, his 4th touchdown on the year, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. And now they'll empty the backfield here as they elect to go for 2. Darnold from the gun, and that is going to be caught. And it moves the lead to 8-0. And the formula there on the 2-point try, they go 5 wide. Not even the option to hand the ball off. They got it.
They tried to create space, and there isn't a whole lot of it there. For the defense, what you're trying to do is make sure that if they're going to catch the ball, make them catch it behind you because they run out of space with the back line. But in this case, the offense figured it out.
The Browns take over 1st and 10 at their own 32-yard line.
The Browns drive about to get started. And in enemy territory last time through the interception. We'll see what they do on this drive.
Can't wait to see how it alters what they decide to do in play calling. Do they continue to throw the ball? Do they want to lean more on the running game? It'll be an interesting sequence of plays that they've got coming up.
Does it often affect the play calling with the interception? How much does that change what you do?
I think it does, depending on why the interception was thrown. Sometimes it's just a matter of the defense made a great play, so you continue to come back. But if it's on you, if the offense just doesn't have the confidence, if they're a little bit shaky, maybe try and take the pressure off and run the ball a little bit.
1 quarter down, 8-0 the score.
180.
From the 39, Mayfield. Now Mayfield lost the football.
On plays like this where the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. Because this is a quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, the teammate is able to come up with the ball.
Now throwing on 3rd down there, but he cannot connect.
As tight ends go, he might not provide the super flashy plays very often, but he's pretty reliable. Usually an excellent target and normally catches what's thrown to him, but he didn't on that play.
He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away.
That's it, baby.
The Jets take over 1st and 10 at their own 15-yard line.
Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really looked clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went and went, no adjustments, and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
Well, the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14. A shotgun snap for Darnold. This is Anderson over the middle. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. Getting it to him in space pays off big time. That winds up going for 31.
I know we love our jobs, and pretty much any play we see, we're pretty, excited about. But big plays, let's face it, that's what we absolutely live for. How about that one?
That was great. And what our camera missed was the fist pump from the sideline after that catch. They're fired out. That's a big game. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. That's over 40 yards of movement with those last 2 plays. Well, you talked about the need for them to establish the run early. They've been able to do that here in the first half.
And that means that the whole offense has adopted that attitude and that persona. We're going to take care of this young quarterback. Let's all get together and run it and take the pressure off.
Darnold on target to Enunwa. That'll wind up a gain of 27 on the catch and run.
Well, coaches always talk about finding balance on offense. I don't think you get much more balance than this. Big-time run, big-time pass.
A 1-2 combination. Looked pretty good.
How about that? Let's see if they can continue to take that kind of a punch, though.
Darnold from the red zone now. Under pressure now, Darnold, and he goes down. The D-tackle, Sheldon Richardson, came barreling in for the sack. Well, this has been a pretty sizable drive. They've had some success. Finally, the defensive coordinator found some success of his own.
I think he just simply said enough of that. Okay, they've moved the ball well. We need to force the issue from our end, and that's exactly what he did.
Another try after the first down sack. Darnold on the catch. It's Crowder. And on this one, he'll get to the 15, right at the 15-yard line. It's a pickup of 12, and that'll set up a third down. From the gun on third down, here's Darnold. Flush to his right. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. The number 1 pick, Myles Garrett, coming in to drop him. And this one is going to just tuck into the bottom left corner as he gets it to go. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. Coming up at the half, a reminder, we go back to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman. He'll have a look back at our first half as well as a look ahead to what's coming up later this weekend. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line.
The Browns take over first and 10 at their own 19-yard line.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And it's been a rocky start for them thus far. They had the turnover and then the punt on those first 2 drives.
So there is optimism because they've improved, right? And turnover, you just noted it.
Punt's better than a big seam, and he might go all the way. And all the way in. Touchdown, Cleveland. Kareem Hunt. 81 yards as they are now on the board here in the first half. Well, he's used to running it that distance. Here he had to catch it, too, before making the run. Heck of a play for the score.
There's not many things better for an offense than a back who's a complete guy who can run it and catch it. And we just saw him complete a big-time play for a touchdown.
So up comes Mayfield as his guys will go for 2.
Yeah, let's get sack lunch. Spot. Alert, 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 alert.
Play action now. Here's Mayfield. In trouble, and he'll go down back at the 12. And he's not going to get in as a try for 2 comes up empty. So they will be unable to cut this to a field goal as the differential remains 5. A 5-point game now as here comes the kickoff. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll wind up about 4 yards shy of where he would have been if he had taken a knee, as they'll start at the 21-yard line.
At their own 21-yard line.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And they're not going to play this conservative, I don't think. They had the field goal last time, and they're up, but they're looking to put a drive in the end zone.
Oh, I agree with you totally. No one goes out on the field and says, all right, let's just settle for 3, except in certain situations, trying to ice a game, that sort of deal. Most of the time, it's end zone, and that's what you're thinking, and I believe that's exactly what they're thinking as they begin this one.
Yeah, no quarterback ever goes out there saying, hey, let's get 3, right?
Not one that I've ever met.
Hey, Foxtrot.
Second down and 10, Darnold. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. The Jets are going to use the first of their timeouts, as they'll get a chance to talk it over after picking up the first down. Darnold now 7 of 10 here in this first half, and he's got a 1st and 10. The give is to Bell. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. Another strong gain on the last 2 plays. They've moved it a combined 33 yards. On 1st and 10, Darnold into the hands of his receiver, Anderson. And he's in. Touchdown, Jets. Robbie Anderson His second touchdown on the season. And the Jets will extend their lead. Good start to the season for him. He had the touchdown last week in the opener and a second one in week 2 now.
How about the pace he's already established, right? Not sure he can keep it up for an entire season, but don't burst the bubble because he thinks that he can.
Do guys go into a season with a goal for touchdowns scored or yardage? What do you think?
I think every single one of the guys who's going to touch the football, they all have those types of goals. They all have those types of thoughts. And then they just have to see how the season unfolds if they can stay with it.
Unfolding so far so good for him. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Morgan Burnett. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Now after the touchdown, it's Lachlan Edwards to kick it away. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. The Browns drive about to get started. And you're under a minute to go in the half, a first half that hasn't been particularly kind to you. How do you think they'll play this?
Well, I think the smart approach is to run out the clock, lick your wounds at the half, and see if you can come up with a strategy to play better in the second. But there's also something to challenging your offense right here. You know, hey, guys, you help dig this hole. See if you can get us out of it a little bit before the half runs out. Let's go make some plays.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10.
Let's go, B, let's go. Hey, wahoo. Watch out. Watch with the 7. Gotta do better. Watch out.
From the gun, Mayfield. He'll be taken down. The Jets get in there for the sack. Now the Jets going to use the second of their 3 timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. Now following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a 2nd down and 17. Now Mayfield. Looking left side, that's caught by Landry. It's a pickup of 12, and that'll set up a 3rd down. The Browns will quickly use their 3rd and final timeout as they get it right at the 32nd mark of this first half. They had the catch on 2nd down, but it didn't help at all, and now they're looking at 3rd down here.
Hey, Delta. I got it. Hey, 4-1's Mike. 4-1's Mike. I got you. 41's the Mike.
To throw, Mayfield. Oh, he's able to outmuscle him here as he pulls it in. And that's going to be another 1st down as the tackle made at the Jets' 34-yard line. Looking for the out route. It's completed to Landry. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch.
Out of bounds at the 27-yard line. It's a gain of 7. Brings up 2nd and 3.
Able to get 7 on that 1st down pass play. 2nd and 3.
Hey, let's go.
They'll throw again. Here's Mayfield. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half. He was looking for Landry that time.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 18-yard line.
Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. Time for a final kneel down or a safe run, and then they can head to the locker room with a lead.
Yeah, or they can even run a screen. You know, something they feel is somewhat safe that might actually pop and turn into a big play. That's what you usually run in this situation.
Or go 4 verticals because why not?
Because you're feeling it, right? You're just feeling it.
So we have reached halftime here in an 11-point contest. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman, ready with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. It's a very short kick, taken right at the 20. And they're going to wind up with pretty good starting field position as they get it up past the 35. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never want to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there.
But this is
I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive. And we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the second half, too. And they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into this game.
We'll see if that script is a good one for them. They run it again with Chubb. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. It'll be a loss of a yard, and they're going to face a third down.
Strip that ball. Hey, exit. Let's go. Hey, we got Mike, number 53.
Mayfield to throw it. Wide open receiver complete. And that's going to be another first down as the tackle made at the Jets' 40. You think back to last year when these two teams met in Week 3. That was a big one for the Browns franchise and for Baker Mayfield. Mayfield came in relief from Tyrod, taking it right down Broadway. And all the way in. Touchdown, Cleveland. Nick Chubb. His second touchdown on the season as his guys are back within a single score. So up comes Mayfield as his guys will go for 2.
Out of time, guys. Out of time. Let's get off the field. Let's get off the field.
Hey, team 6. Team 6.
53. Mike. Push him back. Push him back.
From the shotgun, it's Mayfield. To the goal line, but it's incomplete. Should have been picked. Probably doesn't matter on a 2-point conversion, but still, as a former DB, you want to grab that ball when you can, don't you?
You certainly do, and don't say it, because I know you're thinking it. Don't say it.
What am I thinking?
You know I know what you're thinking. Well, if he'd had hands, he'd be playing on offense.
Well, that's true. You've said that before.
The Jets take over first and 10 at their own 23.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive.
Let's go. Hey, we got.
Hey, Charlie.
53. Mike, 53.
On first down, Darnold. Crowder's got it over the middle. And this will go as a gain of 7 as he gets it to the 30-yard line.
One thing I can say pretty safely, that route is not called if you don't have a guy who can throw the ball and put some mustard on it. Because if you're going to lollipop it in the middle of the field, bad things usually happen. It takes a strong-armed guy who can rifle it in there, and they were able to successfully complete that one.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete. So the incomplete pass on the last play, and that leads us to a 3rd and 3. Out of the shotgun, here's Darnold. Looks to throw, fires right side. And that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's 4th down. And before this 4th and 3 play, we're going to get whistles and a timeout. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this 3rd quarter. Here's Lachlan Edwards now as he's on to punt for the first time tonight. Now Landry. A good return there. Call it 13 yards. And the Browns will take over 1st and 10. The Browns drive about to get started. Here's Nick Chubb as they try to fire up this run game. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of 5 there, bringing up 2nd. On 2nd and 15 now. Mayfield. That's complete to Taywan Taylor. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down. The Jets will bring in a nickel set here as they try to stop this 3rd down.
Hey, my 7.
Mayfield down. And that will be incomplete. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning, hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed. If there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces 4th down.
The Jets take over 1st and 10 at their own 15-yard line.
Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
Again, it's Bell. And he's able to get up here to the 26. 4 yards the pickup, 1st down.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them.
Hey, zoom.
A 1st down throw, Darnold. Got an open man, it's a noon one. And he'll be brought down. Oh, that's a face mask. Certainly looked like it. Indeed, here come the flags. So the yellow flag came out, and that leads to a new set of downs for this offense. 1st and 10. After the penalty, it's Bell. And Le'Veon Bell. It's a foot race. And all the way in. Touchdown, New York. Le'Veon Bell. His 2nd touchdown of the night. And the Jets will extend their lead. And now they'll empty the backfield here as they elect to go for 2. To throw is Darnold. And he's got it. So the try for 2 successful. And that bumps their lead up even further. Now after the touchdown, it's Lachlan Edwards to kick it away. This will be taken in at the 1. And all deep in his own territory, he coughs up the football. And they are going to take possession of the football inside the 15 at the 14-yard line.
There's never a good place on the field to fumble the ball. Let's just call it as it is.
But definitely not in your own red zone.
In your own red zone, it's heightened, isn't it? Because you're almost automatically giving up a score and the momentum, and everything just changes for your team.
Yeah, so the kickoff fumble, now great field position.
Right over there. Yeah. Mike, 58, right there. Heavy on the edges.
Now a 1st down carry by Bell. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. A solid pickup of 12 yards, and now they're knocking on the door.
Hey, box drop.
Now it's Darnold. And this will be caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Jets. Quincy Enunwa, his second touchdown on the season. And the Jets will extend their lead. And now they'll empty the backfield here as they elect to go for two.
Hey, Alpha. 53 is the mark. It's our field. It's our field. Hey, it's our house. Mike.
Darnold now to throw. And this is going to be caught. It's good. And that extends their lead by 2 more. Now after the touchdown, it's Lachlan Edwards to kick it away. This is fielded at the goal line. And some good coverage there by the kick team as they'll bring him down at the 16-yard line. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. They're down 3 touchdowns to this point, needing to put something together as they have it 1st and 10. And now a throw on 1st down there, but it's incomplete. Landry the intended target, and it's 2nd down.
That's very well timed there defensively because it's not a bad throw, but the collision came at the exact time he was reaching to bring in the football. Really, really well done.
Decent offense, just better defense. I think you're right. A first carry now for Kareem Hunt. And there is nowhere for him to cut back as he's taken down in the backfield. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up 3rd down. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Mayfield. Eluding the pressure right. He can run for it, and he will. The scramble good for a nice gain of 10 yards, but still 4th down. And this should be the final play before the quarter ends.
Let's go one more.
Hey, wahoo!
1 quarter remains here as we wrap up the week on a Monday night. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. They're already slim hopes are going to ride on this one. They'll go on 4th down.
Tight end right.
Smooth.
3 down. Minus 57's right.
Now Mayfield on 4th down. And this is caught. He hits Landry. And they're able to get this one across the 35. And no reason not to try it there, and they do indeed convert on 4th.
57 Mike.
Mayfield on 1st down. And this will be incomplete. Antonio Callaway, the intended receiver, but it's going to be 2nd down. Just nothing there again. He's been sacked multiple times. We've seen the interceptions, of course. He's really been through the ringer, hasn't he?
And what we've seen is a defense that's well coordinated. The front and the back really in sync. The front putting on the pressure, the backside being ball hawks and picking passes off.
They work again from the 38 on 2nd and 10.
Hey, echo. Let's go.
Throwing, Mayfield. Over the middle, that's caught by Taylor. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. Give him 14 on that one and a 1st down. 1st down, Mayfield. He's got Njoku over the middle. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the 1st down completion. Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Mayfield. Oh, he almost had it. Already with 1 interception, just missing his 2nd there. Another wayward pass. You know, things started out poorly in this game, and to be frank, they just really haven't gotten much better.
And all that does is embolden the secondary. They feel good about what's going on, and they just play better and better.
He may try and run for this. And he gets it down a yard or two shy of the 30 before he's out of bounds. Nowhere to go downfield, but he's able to get out of bounds and stop the clock here with a first down. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Working out of the gun, Mayfield. And Callaway taking it in left side. Now the Jets going to use the second of their 3 timeouts. That's going to leave them with just 1 remaining here in this 4th quarter. Throwing again on 2nd down. Mayfield. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
It's a lot of contact going on there, and in the end, unable to keep 2 hands on the football and bring it into his body.
Everything looked pretty good until the finish. 3rd and short yardage. Mayfield. Oh, it's a touchdown if he holds on. Instead, it's 4th down.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, 4th quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. A critical one here if they're going to have any shot at this thing. So they'll go for it on 4th down. Mayfield to throw for it on 4th. Under pressure, and he'll go down. Sacked back at the 31. Leonard Williams, the former number 6 overall pick, got the sack that time. Darnold going to lead the Jets up now, 1st and 10, right at the 30. They'll start out on the ground with Bell. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
Bottom line, they want to keep this clock rolling, so they'll take that one right there. They just want to keep falling forward, and they won't put the onus on the big fellas up front in order to bring this one home.
They'll go again with Bell. Denzel Ward, the number 4 pick in the 2018 draft, making the tackle from his corner spot.
Hey, team 6. Team 6.
Darnold on 3rd down. Open man is Anderson. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. It'll be a pickup of 16 and a Jet first down. Darnold now 5 straight completions here in this 2nd half. 1st and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. Brought down that time by Christian Kirksey.
So where'd all that running room that he had in the first half go? Because it looks like it's drying up a little bit here. Someone made some adjustments, it appears, at least on this drive.
And that play will go nowhere. Losing yardage back near midfield at the 49. That'll be a loss of 4 yards on the play. And they'll be facing a 3rd and 12. The shotgun snap for Darnold. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
Had an open man that time, but ended up putting a little too much heat on it, don't you think, partner?
Absolutely. Just needed a touch more air under it. Instead, he fired an absolute bullet. Here's Lachlan Edwards now, as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. And we are inside of 2 minutes left in this lopsided affair.
Let's go.
So the Browns in possession of the football here as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. On 1st down, nothing opening up really on the running play. Give him maybe a yard, and it'll be 2nd down. He was brought down by Brandon Copeland.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
Second and 9 now from the 21.
Pick it up, defense. Let's go.
Here's Mayfield. Flushed out right. Give him 7 there on the tuck and run, and they're in better shape now for third.
A gain of 7 yards. And it's 3rd down.
The Browns on 3rd down. They're at 50%, 4 for 8. This time they face a 3rd and 2. And now we've got flags down. Looked like one of the Browns might have moved. And a manageable 3rd down becomes a lot less manageable. 3rd and 7 after the false start.
Hey, Charlie.
From the gun, Mayfield. He's going to let it fly. That's caught inside the 20. Now the Browns will use the first of their 3 timeouts, as the clock will stop with 37 seconds to play. A real field flipper there, as all of a sudden they've got a first down in the red zone. Mayfield looks to throw. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down. At this point, down big, you'd have to imagine this defense, they're just going to sit back, blanket the field as best they can.
Yeah, this is actually the easy part of the game for them because, just as you noted, they can sit back, keep everything in front of them. But they've blanketed the field the entire game using a variety of coverages.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. To throw, Mayfield. To the end zone, but knocked away and incomplete. The linebacker, C.J. Mosley, there in coverage. This drive, which was going so smoothly, all of a sudden it's a little bit of a roadblock here with 2 straight incompletions.
Yeah, apparently this defense has had enough. Apparently they're saying, no more. We're making a stand right here, right now. But it is 3rd and 10. They've got to get after him one more time.
This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10.
41 Mike. 41 Mike.
And again, it's Mayfield. He'll be hit and taken down at the 21. Jordan Jenkins. He's the culprit, causes a loss of 5, and it brings up 4th down. Now the Browns signal for the 2nd of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with 11 seconds remaining in the ball game. The offense going to stay out there. They've converted once, failed once. What can they do here on 4th down? Desperation time. Mayfield on 4th down. His throw caught right around the 6. And now with 6 seconds remaining, they're going to burn their final timeout.
It's a turnover on down.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. They have the dream scenario you hope for coming into the game. Just one kneel here, and this game should be over.
And it's always the final play of preparation each week. The practicing of the kneel-down formation, the victory formation. We've got a game in hand, and that's all they're going to want to do now. They'll put someone back deep just in case something goes haywire. But all in all, take the snap, Down
and
shake hands. Yes, get out of there.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Now Bell. And he'll take this for a short gain on what will prove to be the final play of this ball game. So it's a victory here for the New York Jets. And when you break it down, this was just a thoroughly dominating performance.
And I truly thought that we'd have a tight game coming into this one. I think you felt the same way based on our conversation after the production meeting, but obviously not the case. And how about just how it broke open? You just all of a sudden, whoosh, there it is. This thing is pretty much done. And the crowd stayed with it to celebrate because they're like, let's enjoy watching our team play this well. This is fun.
So for the Jets, they use the favorable early schedule to their advantage as they move to 2-0. And they will hit the road next week for a date with the New England Patriots. Meanwhile, for the Browns, they'll fall to 1-1. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. So for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Next game, guess what? Charles and I will be here again. It's the NFL on EA Sports.